Hello everyone, it's Chad from Brothers Claws, and I wanted to show you a little design I worked on to make infinite water, lava, and oil. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we can usually just reset the whole map and we can get back all of our used water, lava, and oil, but I kind of wanted to make a fun build, and I kind of wanted to do it sort of in the style of the wrenched map. So I actually came up here and I built it once, and I was going with one design and I switched things up. But it was really fun. I kind of wanted to go back through what I was doing and kind of my ideas and thought processes. So here we go. The first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to use a condenser from EE. Oops. If I can spell. So we'll grab one of those, and to keep it powered, we'll grab a collector Mark III, just to make sure everything's cool. Let's go ahead and just drop that right there and put this right next to it. Now, let's go ahead and grab some. We'll start with, let's see what we want, water or lava. Let's go with water, just so we don't make a mess. And I'll put that right in there. So now, as long as oh wait, it doesn't have an EMC value. Alright, we will grab the lava cell, which is probably what I was doing. Okay, so that one's working. It's got an EMC of 128. Funny, I thought water cells had an, okay. Well, anyway, lava cell, we'll go with that. So this is going to produce some lava cells for us. And so then we're also going to need some tanks. Let's just grab a stack of those for now. Place them right there. Sounds good. Okay, that should be enough. No, you go. Oh, wait. So we've got this thing giving us some lava cells. That's good. Now we need to pull them out, and because we have it on our server, I wanted to do logistics pipes. So we'll go grab a provider, and we will grab a supplier. Provider is easily going to go right there, and I guess I don't have to grab anything from there. The supplier now is going to have to go into, let's go with a chest for now. Let's put it over here. Attach that to it. Let's get some other pipes. We will grab stone transports. And I need my wrench. And now I need one of these. So we will tell this thing to keep stocked, say 5. So now we're always going to have 5 in here, as long as it can keep that. Oh, and yeah, I pulled that out. So I do need to make one change. I need to tell it, leave the first stack. That's going to tell it to leave this guy and do not touch it, and it's going to pull from these only. So now, if we look in here, we've got 5. If we take those out, and give it enough to supply with, it'll pull some cells out. Once we give it a second, there it goes. And it's going to leave this one. Okay, so now we've got a way to supply lava cells to some other inventory. Okay, so now we need to figure out a way to get lava cells into one of these tanks. Let me grab just one of these real quick. And oh, we can't do this. Alright, we can't directly right-click, so we can't use a deployer. Let's see, can we do anything else? To my knowledge, we cannot. And I found this out. I was trying a bunch of things, and I could not get it to work. So what I ended up doing was, instead of lava cells, and these don't have an EMC either, I went for lava buckets, because these obviously don't have an EMC value, since you cannot get them except in creative mode. So we'll switch this to lava cells, or sorry, lava buckets, and they cost a bit more. They cost 832 instead of the 128. So we'll throw this in here, grab one of these buckets. You can see that the lava buckets don't stack, so that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. So we're just going to say keep, for now, just keep 5, and throw that back in there. And to keep this thing a little bit of a boost, we're going to throw in some tungsten. Oops, I always do that. That's good enough. So this will keep it nice and stocked. We got a bit extra, so I'm just going to remove a bunch of them. Somehow, eventually. There we go. Okay, so now we got all that. We've got 5 buckets in here. Cool! Now what we need to do is we need to switch over to red power. Oops. We need some tubes. We will also need a filter. We will need actually 2 filters. We need a deployer. And we're going to need, grab some levers. Grab some red alloy wire. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and place filter there. We're going to have deployer, oops, not there, deployer here with another filter here, connecting like so. We're going to tell this guy to get empty buckets, because we want to say that after this is taken in, and we'll go ahead and do this, you take in lava buckets. So what's going to happen is we have lava buckets in here. This guy is going to send a lava bucket out into the deployer. Deployer is going to, oh, we can't do that. See, now this is a different problem because, and this might be a bug, I'm not sure, but usually with a lava bucket or any kind of bucket, you can just right click and it goes into a tank. But that doesn't quite work with red power and the tanks, so they don't talk nicely. So we can unfortunately not go that route completely. So we have to do something a little bit tricky. I'm going to leave those tanks right there. So what's this something tricky? Well, if we look, we've got a lava bucket right there, and just so I don't make a mess, I'm going to grab some strips. Put a strip on the outside of this thing, so that when I deploy my lava now, oh, it still doesn't work. Oh, yeah, because it has to have an actual block there. So we'll go ahead and get some stone. Just put it right there. So now it has something to right click on. It's right clicking on this block. So you can't actually, let me pull this away. If there's nothing there, it has nothing to right click on. So it can't place anything. So make sure you have a block there. So now it can place that. So now in the deployer we have our empty bucket, which this thing wants to grab. So we will go ahead, and I threw my levers away. Go ahead and grab some more levers. We pump that out, and this is going to send it right back into the condenser, where it's going to land, and if it had room, it would take that empty bucket and use its converted mana. Sorry, wow. Anyway, it's going to use its EMC towards the lava buckets. So that is the basic system for now. Now we've got to actually make it so we can get this lava into that tank. So to do that, we will need to do some pumps. Let's grab a pump, and let's grab some engines. Put a block there so we can do this. Place our engines down. Place some more blocks so we can power these engines. And place waterproof golden pipes. And hook them up directly like this. So now once these pumps get all, once these engines get all nice and warmed up, they will be supplying with plenty of lava to this stack of tanks. Oops. Alright, so here we go, there's some lava. Now that's really cool, we got all that stuff working, but it's kind of a mess, and it's kind of all over the place. So in order to clean this up, let's I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to make another one over here. So let's grab our condenser. Let's grab our collector. And let's grab some more tubes. Let's grab, what else do we want to grab? We need the filters. Do those. Need a deployer. One of those. And let's grab a pump. And some engines. That should be good for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and place our condenser. And let's place our collector. Throw in a lava bucket. Alright, now this would be really cool to use the Buildcraft and logistics pipes, but we really don't need it. So instead what we're going to do is we're just going to skip this entire pipe to chest and just put a filter right there. And this filter is going to be looking for lava buckets. Now the filter is not going to grab out of this thing. It's smart enough not to do that. So now we would tell it to send from, and actually move this guy. Put him there. We're going to tell this thing to send up here to our deployer. And the deployer is going to place, make sure I have something there. Let's grab my strips again. So put the stuff, oops, that's not really the right spot. There, there, and there. Break you guys. Alright, so now we can actually put our lava here, and this is going to make sure it doesn't go out anywhere. We're going to have our filter. Oops, filter is going to be, let's see, did I not do this quite correctly? I did not do this quite correctly, so let's break that, move these guys. We're going to have, oops, a pipe there with this guy. Let's go ahead and turn him. There we go. Then we're going to have the my deployer. There it is. Deployer is going to be sitting right up here. Give him a couple turns. There we go. Let's go ahead and connect the pipes back up. Perfect. I did this when I first built it too. Made it too tall. It doesn't need to be that tall. try this again. Perfect. Okay, so now this is going to pull out of there, send it up. Oh, and I need to put in here my empty bucket. Okay, so far so good. So let's do this, and let's do this. Now I can't quite completely block that, so what we do is we throw on a piece of glowstone. There, that keeps this thing nice and powered. So this can continue to generate. And then from here, we go with our pump. And tack on some engines. Keep these engines going. This is going to feed straight into our tanks. Oops. Tank. With multiples. Alright, and those not connecting, this is just a visual issue. There we go. Okay, so now we should have everything working. So if we just give this a little test, let's do this. So that is going to go into the deployer. That is not going to deploy. Oh, because I've got these in the way, in the wrong spots, of course. We are going to do there and there. So I need to go on the outside. Problem was I was covering up the block, so it didn't have any room to be placing the lava. So let's try that again. Alright, so now we have inside here we have our lava bucket. Okay, now we've got a lava source, and the pump extended its little arm. So that's going to get sucked up, and that'll get distributed into those two. And then from here, we need to throw another lever. Oops. And that should pull the empty bucket out of here and throw it right in here, where it immediately gets turned into EMC to power the next bucket of lava. So there we've got our full system. Now, just to make everything a little bit prettier, we're going to get rid of these. And instead we're going to use a timer. Now timer, let's just go ahead and set the timer right there. Let's throw this in. And I'm going to leave it at default 2 seconds because that seems to work out pretty well. Now we could do this a couple of ways. We could throw a block there and just go down like that. And that will keep everything powered. And everything should still work. So it's going to deploy lava, which gets sucked up. It's going to keep on doing that until everything is fine. So we could do it like that. The other way we could do it, which is how I actually have it, only because I have one of these for lava, one for water, and one for oil, and I have it all running off of one timer. I didn't want to make a huge mess of crazy wires running everywhere, so I used stone jacket wire. This is basically just going to sit across here, and I can get rid of this. And then just have that there, and then I would actually, comes out like this. Throw that. And then these would end up going to the water and the oil. So that one timer is powering all three, and that will keep the whole thing going. So now if we compare this pretty slim design to this mess of pipes and tubes going everywhere, I think this works pretty well. So to see the actual finished product, I had made some other slight modifications to it. But here it is. So that's what I wanted to show you. Got that thing working pretty well, and I can turn this off during matches so it's not lagging the server with all of the redstone or the red power it takes. It has to calculate and all that. So thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.